There are football academies, and then there is La Masia, a place that doesn't teach you how to kick a football. It teaches you how to think, how to move, how to behave, and how to carry an entire club's identity with you every single time you step on the pitch. See, La Masia isn't a training facility, it's a philosophy, a machine of discipline, intelligence, technique, and humility. And no matter what era of football we enter, no matter how inflated transfer markets become, or how many Saudi clubs try to buy a team overnight, La Masia remains timeless. The thing is, La Masia doesn't produce athletes. It produces footballing minds. From the age of just 8 years old, kids are introduced to a style of play that demands control, timing, vision, and an understanding of space that most adults don't even grasp. The concept of positional play was introduced by Johan Cruyff and perfected within the academy. Every drill, every rondo, every training match is designed to instill one key principle. And that is, think before you act, move with purpose, and that's why every player knows where they're supposed to be even before the ball arrives. You see it clearly when these kids hit the senior squad. They don't panic under pressure, they don't look rushed, they don't hide, because they have been trained to be comfortable in chaos. They've been trained to want the ball when others run from it. Basically, the core idea is this: control the game by controlling the space. And that's exactly what La Masia players grow up understanding better than anyone else in the football world. The greatest proof? The players. Messi didn't become Messi by accident. Xavi didn't dominate Champions League midfields because of vibes. Iniesta didn't glide through defenders like air because someone told him to be just creative. All of them were built here, mentally, technically, and emotionally. The academy didn't just give them tools, it gave them a framework, a belief system. And in case you thought that was just a golden generation, take a look at today. Lamine Yamal is 17 and is already being called the best young player in the world. Not because he's flashy, but because he makes every decision look easy. Cubarsí, he's playing like he's been doing Champions League quarterfinals for 5 years. Fermín Lopez, Dani Rodriguez, Will Fernandez, Marc Bernal, one by one they're coming through. The pipeline is full and is flowing again. In the last 2 seasons, we saw 14 players from La Masia have made senior appearances. That's not just development, that's infrastructure. That's a well-oiled machine that understands continuity. While other clubs invest millions in talent factories, Barcelona continues to feed the first team from within. And that's why it's not just smart business, it's cultural. Every kid that makes it through La Masia knows what it means to wear the badge. You can teach that at 25. You either grow up with it or you don't. And the environment they grow up in, it's unlike anything else. Players live, study, train, and grow together. From morning till night, they're immersed in a system that prioritizes discipline and unity. The coaches aren't just there to win youth tournaments. They're there to make sure the players understand the Barca way. And that means calmness, structure, team-first mentality, and decision-making. And that's why you will never see players going viral at La Masia for nutmegs. You get noticed for knowing how to break a 5-man press using only 2 touches and a positional triangle. You don't get promoted for scoring screamers. You get promoted for showing consistency in linking play and understanding when to press. The academy teaches you to love the game for the game, not the fame. Scouting too plays a massive role. As we all know, La Masia doesn't just take kids from Barcelona. Messi came from Argentina, Iniesta from Albacete, Yamal has Moroccan and Ecuadorian roots. The academy is open to talent from everywhere as long as the player fits the mold. And that mold isn't physical, it's mental. Can you understand the game? Can you fit into the system? Can you make the right decision under pressure? If yes, you're in. And if not, even if you are the most talented dribbler alive, they'll pass. Because the scouts look for decision making, maturity, and intelligence. Kids who cry after a loss but smile while building out from the back. Families are analyzed too. If the parents are too pushy or if the support system is unstable, that can affect a kid's development. La Masia wants the full package, not just the highlights. The coaches at La Masia are cut from a different cloth as well. Many are former players, deeply ingrained in the philosophy. Every age group plays the same way, the same drills, the same movement patterns, the same passing lanes. So, when a 17-year-old gets called up to the first team, he already knows the system like the back of his hand. It's a muscle memory. He doesn't need months of adapting. He just needs a shirt with his name on it. And the methodology is built around ideas. From under 8s to Barca Athletic. It's about understanding time, space, pressure, and movement. Not just run faster or be more aggressive. At La Masia, winning isn't the goal. Playing the right way is. Lose while doing the right thing, you get applauded. Win while hoofing the ball and skipping midfield, you get corrected. Which brings us to the present, 2025. We are living in another La Masia wave. Lamine Yamal isn't just breaking records, he's redefining how wingers play. He doesn't force the play, he flows with it. Calm on the ball, dangerous in transition, ruthless in the final third, and all of this at just 17 years old. Cubarsí, man looks like a 30-year-old centre-back in an 18-year-old's body. Reads the game like a novel he has read twice. Fermín Lopez is the unexpected, box-crashing, chaos-creating, goal-scoring wildcard. Marc Bernal might be the next big pivot, with press resistance straight out of Sergio Busquets' textbook. And Flick. Let's talk about Flick. For once, we have a manager who doesn't just say we believe in the youth, he proves it. Because he gave Yamal and Cubarsí consistent minutes, integrated Bernal and Danny into the first team training, didn't panic after early mistakes, let them play through the nerves. That's the difference between developing and damaging a youth player. See, Flick's system is intense, structural and positional, and La Masia players are built for this. That's why no extra time adaptation and no compromise was needed. The bridge between academy and the first team is finally smooth again. And the best part, La Masia doesn't stop. The pipeline keeps flowing. Behind every Yamal and Cubarsí are 3 more kids watching, learning and preparing for their time. Because this isn't just a one-time fluke. It's a culture, it's a system and it's sustainable. That's why La Masia is so good, because it doesn't try to produce viral moments. It tries to produce legacy. And when you combine talent, structure, humility and footballing education, you don't just build players, you build identities. Other clubs buy players to create styles. Barca builds players who define style. That's the difference between Barca and the other clubs. You can copy our drills, you can copy our formations, but you can't copy the soul of La Masia, because it's not in the system, it's in the upbringing, the humility, the hours spent learning, failing and getting up again. And that's why we call it more than a club, because no matter how the world changes or who's managing or how much chaos surrounds football, La Masia remains. This academy created the greatest midfield trio in history of football. The greatest player ever, the most iconic possession football we've ever seen. And now in 2025, it's doing it again. You don't just join La Masia to play for Barcelona. You join to understand what football truly is. And that's why this time around I would like to say, Visca La Masia, Visca el Barça. This was your boy Mansoor Ahmed from Blogger. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. See you in the next video. Bye.